Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville.
That's it, baby. We got work. Check. Right, 80. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Yo, kill. Mike 40, check, he's coming.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Jim.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Move. Hey, 5-0. Stand up in. Mike 59.
Hey, high 7.
From the 17, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Demaryius Thomas there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 23. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
319.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
319. Check right. Watch it, Uncle, over here. Check 3. Right. Tight go. 319.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run.
52 and 56.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, exit.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Steps away to his left. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Check 59, Mike.
Hey, Echo.
59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's get this.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Let's bring it.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
35. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
40's the mark. Squeeze.
Hey, Alpha.
It's our time.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. This is caught at the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Now a 1st down and then some. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
It got his man complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Too-Tall Jones. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with?
Check mark 33. Check mark 33.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Randy Moss, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be taken very... And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Christian Okoye taking it in. And the Packers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, chill.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. Chris Jones on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Randy Moss. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Line 20, line 59. Push him back. Push him back.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Demaryius Thomas in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield.
That's caught at the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ty Law. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That way. We got 4. We got 4.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's time.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Too Tall Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's the way. Check 26. Check 26. Hey, check 24.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Ah, yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee, snuffing out plays like that. Did you see that tackle for a loss? I remember him turning around the LSU game in 1983 with a similar play. Reggie White, one of the all-time greats.
13-time Pro Bowler Reggie White.
Watch out, live. Back north.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They run on first down with Jackson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Jackson. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 23.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 23-yard run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
33. Here we go, D.
Go.
Here I come again.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Rodgers fights him off. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Another costly turnover there, second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, the football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start here with Jackson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Mike, 55. We are going. 55. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First down.
258. Too low, you go tight.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
158. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.